How's everybody doing tonight?
Sipping on some cheap old bubbly.
Good old ginger ale, people. Good old ginger ale.
It's okay. I don't mind. We're not alcoholics here.
Girl, some days it's like, hi, I'm good. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? Oops. We're good as well,
okay.
hon. We are good as well.
Anyways, how has been your week?
Honestly, Fluff, it's been nice and quick. That's
yeah.
the way we like it.
Yeah,
Right?
it went by pretty quick.
And I started my effective countdown in terms of when school is over. Hey.
For when? June already?
Yeah, I'm already a couple months ahead, Fluff. You know how I am. Hey, Damascus.
Oh, hi, Damascus. You're good. I started my countdown.
You know. Hi, Evan. So much you're gonna have to learn this.
monitor
Yeah, that one, and then we can send the waves and then.
Hello, everybody. Good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be.
Damascus, send the request when you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fluff. So honestly, it was nice and quick, just the way we want it to be.
Yeah, that's true.
I
had a good week leading
was?
up to the end. I
Okay.
have a serious toothache, guys.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
Is your
root
wisdom?
canal. No. I have to do a root canal on one of my
What
teeth.
is that, Munch?
You don't know, like a root canal.
Like you have to take it out?
No, this one I'm not extracting. I extracted one a couple months back. But I want to save this one. But it's I think it's kind of like infected.
Oh, okay.
In order for me to save it, I have to actually do a root canal. And I'm just having some serious amount of pain right now. So.
Did they give you anything like a Tylenol?
They gave me some antibiotics.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that will kill the infection, which will in the end help with the pain.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's not cheap, guys.
How much is it?
$100.
Girl, where's the hammer? Let me just hammer it out.
You want to save it? She's like, oh, to get rid of it, it's a little bit cheaper, but not there. So, guys, I don't know. If it really gets to me, I'm just gonna pull it out, which is still costly. But
are you serious?
yeah,
What?
These.
Hello, Damascus.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Oh,
Can you hear us?
yes, I can.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Hey everybody. So we have a special guest today for our segment. His name is Damascus Grant. Damascus is a prominent member of our community. You know what he does? A lot of community activism. Single father. You know, extraordinaire.
Hats off.
You know what I mean? His other nicknames are Mom and Pops.
After the whole
You know, because he
world.
plays both roles, right? So that's like one of the nicknames that I like to run jokes with him on. So today's topic, we wanted to talk about like the struggles of single parents.
Yeah.
Right? Single mothers and single fathers. So we thought it would be a really good segment to have Damascus on. As being a single father, as I said earlier, he can, you know, shed some light on the male struggles.
Right. Because there is just as well as for women, there is as for men as well.
I mean, so, yeah, exactly. So we just thought, you know what, we'll loop him in this conversation so you guys get both perspectives and see how we all deal with being single parents. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, Damascus, do you want to just introduce yourself?
Good evening. I'm Damascus Grant. I also work with youths in the community, and I'm starting up a program for myself too.
Yeah.
To help all the youths in the community. It's mostly for young youths that's growing up with all the for mentorship, soccer, name it. We're doing it out here because if nobody else can do it, we in the community have to do it ourselves because there's help. And there's no one is trying to help the community. So we have to be in the community. Everybody's going out to look for help outside, but we need help inside.
I agree. Definitely agree.
Right.
And I'm really proud of you for starting that initiative. So if you can tell us the name of your program.
It's 45 Kings.
5 Kings. And where can people follow you on social media? If you can tell us your handles, please.
Well, everybody can follow me on Instagram, dmoney84. And also the same as for Snapchat, same for Twitter, same for TikTok is the same everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay. Perfect.
Perfect.
So let's get, I guess, shall we
get into the challenges that
well,
I guess
before we start off, what are you sipping on?
the good old
What's my
ginger ale.
wine?
I don't know
I was
if
sipping on some. I
you
was
had a
sipping on
chance to
some
get
wine.
anything yourself.
D, what are you
Hold on.
sipping on? Go get your drink. I wish there was a way that honestly we can fuse.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you can go on that one, Munchie, because that's the main one.
Is it?
Yeah, because this is the Yaz Beauty Ghana one.
That sucks.
This is what I'm sipping.
We can just.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll do it on
Oh,
this.
look what you sipping
What are you
on.
sipping on? He's making us look bad.
Making us look so bad.
Well, you guys, you
We're
know,
gonna come with something better.
We have to.
you
All right, this is Piers12_join. Hi, thanks for joining Lash&Sip.
Sorry, Damascus. What did you say? The it was breaking up a little.
Tell us what you're sipping on. Sorry?
I said usually you guys come correct tonight. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. You beat us to the punch tonight.
Definitely.
Well,
This one, just wave.
that's what it was. My son's birthday today. You know, well, it is my son's birthday today. So.
You guys were celebrating.
Yeah.
I can see.
Big 8.
What?
So,
They grew up so fast, eh?
Mhm.
By the time you know it, he's gonna be like a teenager.
Yeah.
You
They don't
know?
stay down for too long.
Yeah, they really don't.
You know what they say, right? That big 8 ticket is at 28.
All right. Yeah. Right. They acting like they all grown already.
Yeah. It's the start taking care of, you know. Need to take a step back. All right, y'all. So we're just gonna get things started.
Right.
So we all know, like, being a single parent for anybody, it's challenging. Let alone, like, okay, even having a 2-parent household is challenging, but it's more manageable, right? For the most part.
Yeah.
But being a single parent, whether you're male, female, we all know how challenging it can be, especially in these times, right? And we all face our struggles. And sometimes we like to do a thing where it's like, oh, the females, yeah, we struggle, you know, as well. But the males also struggle just as much as we do in terms of finances, finding care if you're working, being able to parent, like without having
another partner
exactly
beside you.
Exactly.
But
So
I guess they think of it, okay, well, men may not struggle as much as women, which is not always the truth.
Yeah, that's true.
Have single fathers that struggle just as much.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if not more.
Yeah.
Being a single parent, and I know Damascus, you have like
3.
Is it 3?
Yeah, D has 3.
You have 3 kids, and I mean, having 1 is a handful.
Yeah.
Having 2 is so. I could just imagine being a single father to 3 kids. It must be hard at times.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you have
to days, you know, but when you put down the structure and you have it in place for a while,
then
so
that also helps.
It somewhat goes a little bit smoothly, but you have those, especially when you have a girl child and as a male, you have to be raising a daughter too, right? It's also
and you brought up a good point actually. I'm glad that you brought it up. So as a father raising a female daughter, because we'll get into the boys after, right? As a single father raising a female daughter, what are some of the structures that you had to put in place for you and your daughter?
Different from the boys.
Yeah, different from the boys, exactly. Thanks, Miss Luffy.
Well, basically, like I do the stuff with her too, because when she wants to do nails, I let her do my nails.
Okay.
Like, I'm that guy, you know, like for the kids, that I'm about it. You know, sometimes she's there combing her daughter's doll head that she braids. She brings it, she shows it to me. We have our moments for different from the boys.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the boys them is always
the girly stuff.
Yeah.
So we have our moments. She's always outside with me. Every time I'm going outside, she's my rock. She's
yeah.
You know? Daddy, I'm coming with you no matter what.
Yeah.
We want to stay inside.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but my daughter, the kind of structure that we build, the relationship that we have with each other.
Right.
Like she come and talk to me about anything.
Okay.
We actually
Yeah.
So she doesn't with her having brothers, she doesn't feel any different than because she knows dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Does what he has to do for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Even we have our times when it's just me and dad and we're doing nails or hair or whatever. Just so she doesn't feel like a sense of being left
Left
out
out,
because she is the only girl.
Exactly.
So that's always
Yeah,
good.
that definitely, and it's also neat. And what I like about the fact that you're very comfortable, even for her to be sitting down doing your nails. I think I seen a video or a picture of her. You should see Damascus toes are out. Like
Anything
she's sitting there so
got that hard
comfortably.
time, right? That's when you have daddy and daughter time.
Yeah,
Spend-
it's
and then
true. It's true.
I'm gonna want to be doing what the boys are doing. The boys are mostly video games
Yeah,
Right.
or
yeah.
action.
And they're in their own
Or
zone.
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly.
so
Yeah,
you gotta both roles. You can't just be one. Or when it comes to your kids, it doesn't work.
that's true. I agree.
Right.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
So I kind of wrote down a few things, like things that kind of happen to like both men and women as single parents. Like for one, I know emotional exhaustion is a big one.
Yeah.
Because no matter how much time you think you may have to rest or to do something, there's always things that need to be done. And sometimes when as a single parent you're overworked, it's not always a good thing because it changes your mood.
Yeah.
You know, you're probably always agitated.
Yeah.
You know, a mixture of all different type of things. So that was just one of my things that I had picked out, saying emotional exhaustion, being burnt out, and having constant demands. Because when you do have children, it can be demanding sometimes.
Yeah,
even if there is structure.
Yeah. Burnout is real. Yeah. Emotional exhaustion is very real.
Yeah.
It could be very demanding sometimes, and it's like, okay, daddy.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be there for all three of them at the same time, or all two, or all one, depending on how many kids you have. But sometimes it can get very overwhelming.
It can.
Yes.
It can. So how do you cope with the emotional exhaustion? Like, how do you find that balance, Fluff? And then after we'll get the message.
For me, I try, like with every parent, of course, you want to give your child your time, but there's times where honestly I have to just take a moment and go in my room.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just have to close the door and just say,
you need
know
a
what,
mommy
please
time
just
out.
give me a second, because if not, I feel like I'm gonna explode. And then I also work with kids too.
Yeah.
So working with kids all day, then coming home to yours. Yeah, you're happy to come home to your own kids, but still, you just need a moment.
Yeah, I agree.
So sometimes I just need to have a moment, or sometimes I even have a moment in the car before I come upstairs, because I just want to just get into my, you know, get into a good spot where I know when my son comes to me and says, "Mommy, this is." I have the mental mind frame to hear what he's saying.
Definitely.
Because sometimes it's like you're talking to me and I'm hearing the words is going, but I'm looking at him dead in the face, but nothing is registering.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm so overwhelmed with my day already as it is, and then you kind of have to hear what they have to say, or what my daughter has to say. So that part I know for both men and women, whether single father, single mother, I know that it can hit home for everybody.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
What do you do when you're having, you know, an emotional exhausted day or week or whatever?
Just like you, like we both working with kids, coming home and then having to deal with them. Sometimes you do need a moment. Like coming home, sometimes I'll have my headphones on, just listening to my music and just being in my own zone, talking to myself. You know, healthy self-talk. Like it helps. And just that long ride, Fluff, and Damascus on the bus is very therapeutic for me. Yeah, you know what I mean? So Damascus, how do you deal with your emotional exhaustion?
My music.
Music. Okay. Yeah,
and that's a good thing too. I find too, the ride home from work too, for me, it gets me to like come into my zone, like prepare myself to come home to my madness. Yeah,
definitely. You need that reset, right?
You do.
Me play my music and I turn it off. Everybody's in their room.
Different zone.
You know, it's been one of those days.
Like, daddy's playing his music loud. Let's just leave daddy.
You need that mental reset, like before you can come in and deal with your own children and the responsibility. You know what I mean?
That's true. Okay, moving on to the second one, finances. Which is always the big one, right? Because it feels like when you have children, it doesn't matter how much money you have, you still feel like where's the money?
Even when you tell them you have no money, daddy go to the ATM.
Exactly. It's already, but dad, I know this, or mom,
but this is the new one. But daddy, I have my bank card.
With $0. With the $0.
Bank card.
That you have to go put money on it though, dad, right?
Yeah, every month, man, every month their bank card.
You know, but yeah, we're just keeping up with the finances. You know, sometimes money can get tight. I know for everybody these days, the way how things are going, whether you're working or not, everybody's kind of doing living from paycheck to paycheck.
Oh yeah,
everything is expensive.
Yeah,
especially when it comes to groceries.
Oh yeah.
Right. By the time you do groceries and pay rent and maybe pay a bill, you'd be lucky if you have a little something left back for yourself.
To even
you know, so it can be difficult when you have kids because you want to make sure the fridge is always full. They can go and grab what they want. You know, as a parent, when they go to the fridge and they're slamming up cupboard doors and I don't have my cookies and I don't have
this.
It makes you feel away.
It does.
So you want to make sure you have everything at their comfort that can make them happy. And even your own comfort as well. I know a lot of people not a lot of people, but most people would like their fridge to have in certain things and be comfortable at home. Their kids can have access to certain things. You have to have groceries for house. You have to have groceries different from school.
And exactly, lunches and whatever. Yeah, so, and then lunch money if you have a teenager because they're not into bringing lunches to
right?
School.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And if you have small age children like you guys,
exactly.
It's even
you have to have a little something.
So you know,
I know that could also be another thing too with a single parent. Not to say that if you're living in a 2-parent household, there are not issues like that. But as a single parent, it's a little bit more because you don't have another partner to lean on.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know,
the only person you can lean on is yourself.
Exactly, and you have to budget.
I was about to say, like, so how do you guys, Miss Buffy, like, how do you kind of try to balance out the finances in terms of having to go grocery shopping?
I try to plan at the time.
I try
to plan. Sorry, Damasco, go ahead.
I actually said try to balance it out, but you can never balance it out because no matter what you do,
there's always something.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's another thing too.
Yeah,
when you plan, is like something else comes.
Something comes up. Yeah, it's true. There's always something.
You know, but I just try to like have like I'm getting paid this week. I know that this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
Yes, the most important stuff then we get out the way. Everything else can wait.
Yeah, it's
right.
True.
Your rent is paid. You know, you have a roof over your head.
Yeah.
You know, you can buy your groceries and do your laundry. You know, those little things. I mean, it's money that adds up after a while. But I try to look at it like that in terms of trying to do the balancing act.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
Yeah, it's true.
Once the major things are done, then whatever else is left, I'm okay with.
You can take care of. It's true. So, Damasco, do you have anything else to add to in terms of the finances and how you?
No, I basically said I do the same. I budget it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
okay.
Yeah, budgeting is important. And you for groceries, what I started to do now too is price matching.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah, price matching
too.
I get cussed about that all the time from my.
You have to because like
price match.
You have to. Yeah, because if I can get something for $3 at Fresh Store.
That's the
difference. Everything has gone up, so if you can get it half the price over there, then why not?
You know what I mean? Yo, bleach that used to be $1.99.
I know.
Like now it's like
$3.
But you see the difference now between the man and the female, right? A man will know what he wants and go pay the money for what he wants instead of going to another store and then price matching this and doing this.
But that's the thing. Men will just say, you know what, I can't be bothered. It's here in front of me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if it costs $5, I'm gonna buy it. Well, us now. Say, no, over there you can get 2 for $5 instead.
But what I try to,
you know?
I do now is when I know my mom's going to go do grocery, then I'll try to say, okay, I'm going to go with them.
Yeah.
Because they make me budget.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe like on a Costco
run
or something like that, right?
Exactly. Because if I put that stuff, usually when they go with me, they're like, oh, you're not looking at the price of this one. I'm like, Mom, I want what I want when I want it.
Yeah, true. But now they draw your attention. Like,
exactly.
About the price. Like, oh,
right?
You know, Damascus, this one can be a little bit cheaper and this and this and this.
Exactly. But I don't like the fact that I have to run around to different stores.
Yeah, and that's the annoying thing. But at this point, for me now,
and then some people are not in the capacity to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're already here and outside is blazing cold, you just have to get it and done.
Yeah.
While I know if you have maybe more of like a ride or something, then you could take a little bit from point A to point B. But sometimes when you're in that space at that time, you just have to take what you get.
I don't drive, so I'm selective on certain things that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go pick it up here or whatever.
Or
and sometimes I'll just be like, you know what? Let me just pay the whatever $4 because it is. I can't do the back and forth, right?
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is sometimes, you know.
Oh, the struggles with times changing.
Yes.
What's the next one, Miss?
So the next one is, I think we kind of touched a bit on it, but it's balancing work and parenting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether you're a stay-at-home dad, stay-at-home mom, or a working mom or a working dad, there always has to be
a balance,
some type of balance.
Yeah.
After
Because
there's no balance, you're gonna be off track. You won't.
Yeah. Because I know, Damascus, you have kids, and I know that there's times where you have to do stuff with them. You have to maybe bring them to like a sky zone to jump around to do some kid stuff, and then there's gonna be times where you have your time maybe with your homeboys or your homegirls to do things, to do the balancing act. Because you can't have all work and no play.
Yeah, you have to have a life. It's also
technically,
good for your
I'll
mental
work.
health.
I mostly do more work. For my outings, I take my kids them out to eat at a restaurant. That's my outings.
Yeah. Well, which is, it's still, you know,
that balance,
and it's something that's needed.
Every month I'm like, we're just gonna just go out every month.
Right. Take a month and go to Mandarin or
and do something
whatever, just something for them.
Yeah.
But there's sometimes too, like I know for me, sometimes I do take my son sometimes. He's one of those ones you need to bring him to burn off energy. So like this guy is so young. One of them places that will get him going, burning off some energy. Well, my teenager now, she's not really about that life.
Yeah, they're on to their
no.
Yeah.
Just like my 13 thinking he's 15, 16, 17 going on.
Yeah. And because he's among his older brother too, you know, he's gonna act older too.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, but there has to be
there has to be a balance.
As much as sometimes you're a parent and you're overworked and you're tired and you have all this going on, when you have kids, you still have to do something with them, especially summertime.
Yeah,
I'm
especially when you have small age children like, you know, yourself.
I do a lot of stuff in the summertime because I have bouncy castles, I have badminton, I put a lot
I know, I've seen that you have a lot going on, you have your barbecues and this, so they're always up to something. You know?
You gotta keep them going, right? Not just around the TV playing games.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
You gotta get them. That's what life is about.
That's true. That's true. Okay, moving on to the other one. This is one that we don't talk about a lot.
Which one is it?
And it's difficulty in dating. As a single parent. I don't know
what y'all
bringing up this topic, but
listen, it's harder for a single man with children
to date
a woman, because you know a woman don't really want to be with a man who have pitney.
Well,
but
not
listen,
some women though.
Yes,
some women, not all.
It's rare, okay?
Someone we see some.
A woman will mostly date a man like, with, you know.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Some of them might see it as,
that's too
what
much.
Happened here.
Yeah,
like, you know, and then you say I have 3 kids, like,
especially the ones them who don't have kids already.
That's I true. Agree. They don't understand.
They mostly want to start their own family.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right. Right. That's true.
That's true.
It can be a point of contention, especially if the person's not ready for that.
Have you tried Damascus?
Sometimes the man who have the children don't want to be with another woman who have children when he gets to know. Hold on.
Yeah, I agree.
When he gets to know her and her kids them are like bad, he don't want the influence to reflect on his kids.
Yeah.
So you gotta look at it as it's a two-way street. A woman don't want a man with kids, a man don't want to be a woman with kids. What a compromise? Some that will compromise that they're gonna accept the man and his children. Man's gonna accept her and her children. The time go by, the kid's gonna be like, "You're not my father. Don't talk to me."
It's true.
And then it depends.
Don't talk to me like this, you know, vice versa. So it's also a struggle in dating because you never know the outcome in the end.
It's gonna be. It's true.
And I feel like for some women, not all, it depends too, because some women too is based off all this experience they've had before with somebody else.
Okay, but man also
that
experience too.
No, I'm not saying that it won't happen to men, but I know, like, I'll even use an example, like, based off of experience that you've had before, you'd be a little bit, I wouldn't say skeptical, because
you'd be wary. You'd be wary trying to.
You want to date, but you're like,
you'll be wary because it's like, okay, you have to think about, if I want to date a man who already has children, right? What does that look like? You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like what ties into what the mask was
saying too. Exactly. How's is other situations good? Can I, you know what I mean? Enter and then, like, to your point, Damascus, will the kids be positive influences on each other?
Or
like, will they match?
To somebody,
and
you're like, oh, how many kids you have? Oh, yeah, I have 5 kids already and 2 baby mother. And then all of that, you're like,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
So you're like, okay. Like,
How's
you
the
know?
Yeah,
So I think that type of thing will kind of just make you feel like,
yeah, no, it's true though.
do
It's
I want to be
true.
the third baby mama? No.
yeah, exactly.
You know? So I think in that regard, that's when you kind of might feel aware. Because if you're in a relationship, you have to accept the cow and accept the cow.
Yeah, it definitely.
You like that girl. If that girl has kids, you accept her. Same with the man. If you like that man and that man has kids, but based off of how things are these days, you talk to somebody and say, "Oh, how many kids you have? Oh yeah, me have 6. How much baby mother? Me have 3." And you're like, "What?"
Yeah.
So like stuff like that makes you feel like
that's true. It makes you weird, but at the same time though, like get to know the person. Like, you know what I mean? Because you never know.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, you never know. And you might be missing out on a great opportunity to extend your family and to build.
Right. Okay, next question. It's just about anxiety.
Oh.
Is there anything that causes you major anxiety being a single parent alone?
Just not. For me, it's a little bit of everything. Like worrying about your children, worrying about
making sure everything is
like work is okay. Are you able to support them, and be there for them while also being a working parent, right? Sometimes like the anxiety of missing out on the child's life,
right?
Certain special
things
like you know what I mean, like milestones and whatever. So that's always been my anxiety. It's like, okay, am I going to be able to take, first, my major anxiety is, am I going to be able to take care of my daughter the way that I want and the way that I know that she deserves to be taken care of, right? So that's.
How about you, Damaska? Any anxiety at all?
Not really. Only just a little bit. Maybe when they go to school and they go to a trip and they back late, I'm like, look at the time, man. My kid.
That's true. You want to know that they're close to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I understand that.
Exactly.
For sure.
Especially when they don't get a phone call after past 3:30, 4 phone call, right?
Yeah. Of course, you're already worried.
Like, what's going on? Why are they calling me on this? Like, you know what I mean?
Even if I see my son's school calling me at certain times, I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Automatically, I'm getting hot flashes. I'm wondering what happened.
Oh,
so I understand.
Get that when I'm like, DJ. I'm like, please don't tell me it's DJ.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that your son and my son is in the same class.
Yeah.
When I see them call me, I'm like, oh God, what did he do now?
the two crew. Oh my God.
Boys.
So that's the only thing really. And like you said, just making sure that things go the way they should.
Yeah.
Not missing out and doing things. I know, like I said, because I have kids that 2 different ages.
Yeah.
I always try to do things separately with them because what the teenager wants to do, the little one always acts like he's big anyway.
Yeah.
But the teenager, she's in her own zone.
Yeah,
so I always have to do. I used to do things with them both, but now that she's older, I have to sometimes do things with them.
Definitely.
And she wants to do big girl things, and then my son, of course, he wants to. Oh, mom, let's go to the park. Let's do this. While my daughter's like, mom, let's go do our nails, or let's do something else.
Yeah.
So I have to divide my time.
Yeah, definitely.
So. Just little stuff like that. I wouldn't really call it anxiety, but you just want to make sure your kids are straight regardless.
I wanted to ask Damaska something. Having 2 boys and 1 girl, and then being how was that for you? Like, how was that dynamic?
Well, I would say it's pretty, for me, I'm different. I was raised different, so it's because I get to do with the boys and the girl.
Right. Oh, okay, yeah. So you don't really
things with my daughter. I never thought that I would be doing.
Yeah. But you're doing it.
I'm doing. I'm in
job at it too.
I'm picking up tampons. I'm the one that's telling her, is these ones you like? I'm the one that's out there doing those things.
Wow.
Excuse me.
And that's nice to hear, actually, because these things, they don't happen often.
They don't. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's a lot of single fathers out there, but to actually physically know one, and I can honestly say I've seen Damaska when he hasn't seen me.
I was telling him
I've seen him in the car driving past, and I'm like, look at him outside the bus early
with his little ducks.
Bus, with the kids, them like
Papa
Duck. It's actually nice to see. Yeah, because with the way how the world works these days, you don't even see a father. Even when they are physically in the home, sometimes it's always the woman you see. So when you see a man doing that, you have to give him his coins and his props, because it really just like wow.
It speaks volumes.
There's actually good men out there. So that's the first thing I say. it's like wow, this actually
We're
looks
out
good.
there.
Yeah.
We're
I mean,
undercover,
it
you
speaks
know. We're
volumes.
undercover. We need our shine. We need to shine.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
You really stepped in and really showing that, you know, there is good single fathers out there.
It's true.
Because you have some of them in a 2-parent home where
they're not.
Some of them just think, okay, if they're physically there
No,
and they're giving the money, that's all.
the
Yeah.
time
And they don't think that you
with them,
have to balance.
no, the time you spend with them is not what you buy them and what you can give. Time.
And some men have it differently, just as well as some women too think
Yeah.
that, oh, it's just whatever, or the father must do alone or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why when you see single fathers being real dads, it's good. It's really good to see.
Yeah,
I see him sometimes and I'm like, it makes my heart actually smile.
Honestly, love, it's the sexiest thing to see.
Yeah.
And you know that it's not being forced. It's actually authentic.
You're not catching women like flies.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
they catch them, but they're not the right.
So that's like, yo, discernment. I have to make sure, you know, I watch what I bring in. No, but that's the other piece too, right?
I have kids. I bring random females to my.
Yeah.
And that's it too. You have a girl child, and even your son. You can't just bring anybody around them either.
Yeah.
It has to be somebody that you feel is well worth it.
Exactly.
If she's
yes, and somebody too that the potential to build with is there. You know what I mean? It's not just a breeze through and then you're blown away type of thing. You know,
especially now that you actually have kids in the home with you.
It's different.
You think different than when you're in your single days. Like whatever.
Exactly.
But now when you have kids, you have to really pick and choose who you let be around them.
You have to have that level of discernment. Yeah. It's important
for a good man. And then when a good man is in front of them, they don't know what the hell to do with it. Because
it's you know what, it's true, the master.
They're confused. It's like, why is he so nice?
Yeah.
So they're,
but you know,
messing mind, right? So they're so always used to the asshole.
Right. Yeah. But that's what I was about to say, because it's not every woman, but you're right. There are some women that already have this notion like, no man, this is too good to be true.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it dates back to what they've gone through in the past. To say, no, this guy, he's just acting too nice. It's not right.
Yeah, it's
because we're not used to
that. And sometimes it's too good to be true, D. It's too good to be true.
I know, but it's not good to be true here.
No, but that's because Damascus, you've healed and you've done the work, right? But other men, I'm sorry, some of your
and then you have some people that put on the front too, you know.
Yeah.
They use the front as, oh yeah, like I'm a good dad with my kids, whatever. And they be good dad to other people's kids, you know, and not their own.
Exactly.
You know, so you have some of them that put on this front like they're
show.
All good when they're not.
Yeah.
But when you actually see the real ones, you got to give the real ones their props.
It's true.
You know.
You get 6 more minutes. This one seems like it's gonna die, so we have to wrap it up soon.
Okay, so we'll just talk about quickly the ways to ease stress.
Okay.
Up her nose.
Yeah. Ways to ease stress.
So one of the ways we can use to ease stress is actually building a strong support system. Whether that's family, whether that's a good friend or two that you need in your corner sometimes. Yeah. Building a strong support system is very important when you're a single parent, because whether single or together, everybody needs help from time to time.
It's true.
And it's good when you do have somebody that you can possibly lean on, even just to talk to.
It's true.
We're not talking about even in money wise. We're talking about like a real, true, genuine,
in all aspects. Yeah, in all aspects, right? So having that support, it makes all the difference, because when you don't have it, it's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah, and a lot of there's like with the way how the world is working these days, mental health is real.
It's true, Fluff.
And if you don't have sometimes somebody to talk to, in your darkest times or going through a rough patch, it can do a lot to somebody.
It really can. Like since we've had our kids, and even before we've had our kids, Fluff, we've had each other. Right. So we've gone through a lot of the ups and downs and whatever, and
we're able to share things, laugh, cry,
exactly,
get it out. So it's like, you know, you feel a little bit better.
Exactly.
And there are some people that wish they had somebody close to them, and then they don't. And then that's when the breakdown happens.
Exactly. So, Damascus, what are some of the ways that you ease your stress as a single parent? Because one of the things that Ms. Buffy talked about was having family support, right?
Yeah.
So a strong support system.
A strong support system. So what are some of the things that you...
Well, that was my family.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, my music.
family.
Yeah, your family is a big. Yeah. It makes, when you have that solid foundation, like you know what I mean. Like for me personally, y'all, like having Maya and going through certain things, I wouldn't have gone through some of the things. I wouldn't even be here if it's not for this woman here. You know what I mean? Like being able to support each other. Yeah. Having that so strong support system and people that will just be there for you. Yeah, it's very, very important.
Yeah. Let me keep it moving quickly because I know our thing is about to cut out. Yeah. Also, another way to ease stress is connecting with other single parents sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy just to, but if you know a few that you can connect with, have a little group chat, kind of even like what we're doing now.
Yeah, it's very
it can be therapeutic for some people just to even talk about what's on your mind.
Yeah.
You know, because not everybody wants to share certain things with just random people.
It's true, Fluff.
So connecting with, you know, other single parents is also a good thing too.
No, it's true.
Getting different perspectives, learning different things.
Yeah.
You know, even having a single father here, we may learn something from him that he as a single parent didn't know.
Exactly, Fluff.
You know, so
and the balancing
also exactly. Taking time for ourselves is a big one, which we talked about. And last but not least, which I know a lot of Black people don't like to do, but I've heard that it's very good to do if you can do it, is actual therapy.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that therapy, like I said again, therapy is not something that is always cheap.
It's not.
It's something, you know, that you have to really look into the right person and all of that. But I've been told that therapy is actually something that's really good for
I agree with
the mental.
Yeah. And now one thing that me and the Fluff have decided to do for ourselves is taking vacations.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, no, honestly, the mascot, it's like we a lot of Black people kind of see taking vacations, taking trips as a white people thing, right? But since the Fluff and I like made sure we implemented it in our lives, it's a big thing. It's like, okay, for throughout the year, apart from celebrating her birthday, right? The mascot, like, it's one year we're getting away from. That's our gift to ourselves, to go and pamper ourselves, take care of ourselves, let loose, have fun, and then come back, reset, and be there for our kids.
Sometimes you need a reset. So whether that's a vacation, whether that's just, not everybody can afford a vacation at a certain time.
True.
Everybody have their ways of resetting.
It's true.
And our ways is just saying, okay, you know what, maybe once a year, if we can afford to, we want to go somewhere just to take that 5 days, 7 days to ourselves.
Well needed.
Revitalize, reconnect.
Exactly.
And, you know, do what you need to do. So you come back and be refreshed again.
Exactly. What are some of the what are some of the ways that, you know, you ease your stress, or what's the thing? Like as a single father, what are some of the suggestions that you would give before we wrap up?
Or even give it to another single father.
Well, most of the time, if you can't travel or go anywhere, go for a walk.
Yeah. That too.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Go relax. Go do something.
Yeah, I agree.
It's true. There's many ways.
Yeah, there's different ways. It's just what works for you and your situation, your mental health, and your happiness, right?
Yeah.
So
it's always good to talk to someone. Never hold everything in. Always.
And that's what we were saying. Connect with somebody. Talk to somebody. It's, you know, it's sometimes it's easier said than done because you want to talk to people that you cannot trust.
Yeah, it's true.
But you're right.
And laugh. Like me and Fluffy, like we'll be going through the most serious thing, and she'll call me like all vexed, and you know, and vice versa. And we just laugh. Learn to laugh. Yeah. It's very important. Learn to laugh. Yeah. Anything else, Damascus? Single father? You want to add before we wrap up the
No, that's it. We hit every second.
Right. Anything else, Fluffy?
Oh, no, that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
So thanks, Damascus, so much for joining us.
45 Kings.
Yes.
Boys and girls. Okay.
What are the age groups that Damascus you're catering to?
7 and up.
7 and up.
Okay.
You know, we don't.
And his handles are, say your handles again.
D-Money 884. TikTok is D-Money 2.5.
Okay.
And the rest, D-Money 884 is for the rest of the social media.
Okay. Perfect.
So you guys can reach out to me, get at me anytime, any more questions. Even single fathers that's maybe joining us, see this video somewhere. Don't be shy. You're not alone.
Reach out to him. Connect, right?
We're all super dads out here.
Yeah, let's change the dynamic between single fathers, single mothers. Let's unite, work together to build a better,
even
better
a father
community.
that's in a two-parent home could still get advice from a single dad.
Exactly. You know what I mean? We all need to learn from each other. Learning is never ending, right? And nobody gave us the book on how to be parents at all. You know? All right, Damaska. Thank you so much for joining us.
Damaska again.
No problem.
Appreciate it. All right. Take care. Bye.
And for the rest of y'all, please like, subscribe, and share. The Fluff and I will be back in 2 weeks as usual.
We'll come with something else.
Exactly. So
and just continue to stay tuned, guys, because the 2024 it will get better.
Definitely. All right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.